Hey there, this is Andrew. I'm bringing you another Keyforge deck reveal. We'll see what we get here. It's going to be Dark Tidings. We know that much. This is the correct side. All right, what do we have here? Rusty Fatiha of the Aerodrome. All right. I'm thinking Star Alliance, Sanctum, Untamed. We got Star Alliance and Sanctum and Logos, not Untamed. So far in Dark Tidings, I've felt like the Sanctum is not quite powerful enough. It's great and sealed, but if there's board wipes, it just needs to be on the board a little too much. There's not enough ward to keep it there. But Logos can be really fast, and Star Alliance can be really fast. So, and if we get a more action-based Sanctum with cards like Doorstep, that maybe just a little less reliant on the combos and just has some really good cards. Doorstep, Bring Low, Gatekeeper, that could be pretty great here. We'll be starting with the Logos. Oh, Anomaly Exploiter. All right, that's interesting. It's an oldie but goodie artifact. Ooh, we've got a Fila, the Researcher. Elusive, and when you play a creature next to her, you draw a card. Don't have any Eurekas in here, but so we'll see what we do for speed. Positron Bolt's a nice little board control effect there. Think twice. Play an action card from your discard pile, then purge it. That could be pretty interesting. Got Osterella Seaborg. Gives us a little bit of tide control. Two of those. Okay. And then a Bilge Warden. More key control. This is almost too much key control here, but we'll see how it works out. We've got an Edai. That's great. Play archive a card, and it makes keys cost +1 for each card in your archives, but we only have the one. Hydro Cataloger gives us a chance to archive some more, but I don't think we're going to have really strong archives here. Okay, we got Science, which could be really interesting with the Think Twice. I mean, you could even like Science, Think Twice, Science. That'd be pretty crazy. Two Sciences, okay, that's interesting. And then a Static Charge. So yeah, so the crazy combo there, right, would be like Science, Science. The second Science gains you 1. Then you play Think Twice, which will gain you 2. To play Science, which will gain you another 2. And then you play Positron Bolt, which will gain you 3. I mean, it could get out of control really fast. Actually, I think if you Think Twice a Science, you can choose to fully resolve the Science before you get to the afterplay of the Think Twice. Yeah, so I think the Think Twice would gain you 3, actually. Crazy. But no phase shifts or anything, so Lady Lorena, big board presence. So I've seen somebody get confused about this, but taunt, Lady Lorena has taunt, but it also says Lady Lorena's taunt also applies to its neighbor's neighbors. And one friend thought this meant that the Lady Lorena's neighbors gain taunt, but then I think it would just say they gain taunt. But what taunt actually says is this creature's neighbors can't be attacked. People think of it as, you have to attack this creature first or something like that. But actually, what it just says is this creature's neighbors can't be attacked. So when you say that applies to the neighbor's neighbors, the thing that applies is can't be attacked. So yeah, it means that her neighbor's neighbor can't be attacked while she's on the board. Ooh, we have Mad Prophet Gizelheart. Interesting. Okay, so that's a leader and priest, 4 power, 3 armor. And while Gizelheart is in the center of the battle line, it gains action, fully heal each non-mutant creature, and gain 1 for each creature healed this way. We do have a Bring Low. It has an amber, and it says to capture all but 5 of your opponent's amber, distributing it among any number of friendly creatures. It enhances with a capture somewhere, although that's less important, but we haven't seen it yet. Ooh, we've got a Gorm of Om for a little bit of artifact control. Radiant Truth for some board control. Okay, I like that. Badge Magus is a 4-power human knight with deploy and fight, ready and fight with each of Badge Magus's neighbors one at a time. Okay, that can be interesting. It's interesting with, some big creatures, that's nice, but nothing that we would really care about the fight effect of. Yeah, anyway, Bulwark has Assault 2 and gives its neighbors Assault 2. That could be pretty good. Another Bulwark. And then a Cleansing Wave, really the same effect as the Gizzleheart, but the Gizzleheart has to be in the center. Oh, it only touches non-mutants, but I don't think we have any mutants here. Oh, we do. We have 2 mutants, 2 Bulwarks. And yeah, interesting. Hammergram, deal 3 to a creature and stun it. Okay, and then Larry of the Lake is going to give our creatures +2 armor while the tide is high, and it has that capture icon on it from the Bring Low, I think. Taxing Journey, a little more capture here. You friendly creature captures 1, and each of its neighbors that shares a house with it also captures 1. These are really Bring Low, Taxing Journey are really the only amber control that we've had. Oh, and Edie, of course. On to Star Alliance, we have Book of Leque. It's an artifact that says action, reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a non-Star Alliance card, its house becomes your active house. Otherwise, end your turn. Okay, that's interesting and fun. We also have a Cease Forge, which is an artifact with an amber that says play, put 2 time counters on it. Players can't forge keys. At the start of your turn, you remove a time counter from Cease Forge, then destroy it if there are no time counters on it. So that could be pretty interesting. And United Action. So interesting. United Action is an action with alpha. It says play for the remainder of your turn of the turn. You may play cards from any house for which you have a card in play. You cannot use cards this turn. So you need to have the cards in play. But if you have a Hydro Cataloger or Anomaly Exploiter, you have that Gorm of Om or a Sanctum Creature, that's actually pretty reasonable that you might get to just play out your whole hand that way. Diplomat Agon can help as well because it says play Fight Reap for the remainder of the turn. A friendly creature belongs to the house of your choice in addition to its other houses. So yeah, it turns on the effect. Cool. Then we have Lieutenant Kirkar. 5 power, taunt, and hazardous 3. Got 2 of those. All right. Kind of a big board here. Rocketeer Triska, who says while the tide is high, her neighbors are going to play ready. That's not so good with the United Action. You probably only want to play Star Alliance creatures next to her in that case. Another one. Wow. Shinkan, 2 power, elusive. After a player chooses an active house which matches no cards in play, steal 1. Yeah, kind of the opposite of United Action, but interesting card. And then Unity or Discord says play, choose 1, use a friendly non-Star Alliance creature, or return up to 2 friendly creatures and each upgrade attached to them to their owner's hands. Seems like a stretch, but you could get to a situation where, like, you return to Triska's or a Triska and the card next to her. You return Agung. We don't really have the upgrades to make that worthwhile for returning upgrades, but you could get some interesting use out of the Triska and things like that. Okay, and then we have Zap, which is an action with an amber that deals 1 to a creature for each house represented among creatures in play, and you can spread that damage out. And another Zap. Okay, so let's see. How many amber pips do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the sciences are each probably going to be worth a little. The the Triscots are probably worth some amber. The Agung might be as well. We have maybe some good efficiency. Cleansing Wave is probably worth some amber. So, yeah, our expected amber is probably a bit higher than the number of pips here, but we don't have a ton of control. We just have a couple cards in Sanctum that are providing the control, and I think it's likely not enough. So, I think this deck might be a 64. I'm gonna guess 64. All right, I'm gonna pause it and then check and then come back. All right. So I looked it up, and here is the reveal. It's actually 69, which is quite a bit higher than I had expected. So, and yeah, that E is pretty high. So for 9 pips, that's a really high E. It's giving 2 for the Gizelheart and almost 2 for the Cleansing Wave. That's probably pretty reasonable. Those, I don't, maybe less so the Gizelheart, but the Cleansing Wave probably so. Um, yeah, and then it's giving some value for the sciences. So yeah, I think that seems pretty reasonable. And then, yeah, and then not a lot of amber control. Yeah, Cease Forge counts a little bit, and the reason Cease Forge can be nice is, let's say your opponent has 2 keys and goes into check for key 3, and you have 1 key. Um, you actually, let's say you have 2 keys. You have to have 2 to make it work, but 2 keys and no amber. You play the Cease Forge, and then you just need to burst. It doesn't matter if your opponent's on 100 amber. If you get to 6 and that second turn rolls around, you have 1 turn, and then the next turn you take off that counter. It destroys itself. If you can forge, you can now forge, and it doesn't matter if your opponent has a lot more amber than you. So it could work that way, but seems a little iffy. So yeah, it seems okay, but I actually think 69 might be a little high for it, but I should give it a chance and see if I'm wrong. Anyway, that was Rusty Fatiha of the Aerodrome. Hope you enjoyed and that you will get out and forge some keys.